did my invitations disappear? What I put my heart on every cursive letter.
Hey, what is up you guys, Meredith here, welcome back to my channel. So today's video is a little different. As you guys can see, I am doing a makeup video. It's a pop of colour under eye. So right now I am just starting with my primer. I'm taking Benefit's Professional and mainly focusing that in my T-zone. I'm now just going in with some drops from Australia's, sorry if I said that wrong, and mainly focusing that on the outer edges of my face where I didn't put the Professional. So now I'm just taking a plastic thing that I got from one of my face paints and putting in my MAC Studio Fix Fluid Foundation, and I'm just putting that in there, and as you can see I'm having a bit of difficulty getting it out. Now just going in with my Real Technique Buffing brush, I am putting this all over my face and I am going to start blending it out. As you can see, it is quite pale on me, but it still works. So because it's too light for me, I'm making sure I really blend it in and make sure I go right down in my neck so that it does look seamless. Now taking my Beauty Blender from Real Techniques again, I'm just making sure to blend it out so I don't get any streaks from my brush. Now taking my Fit Me Concealer in 15 Fair Clear. As you can see, I've run out a lot, so I'm really struggling, but I'm just putting that under my eyes to help conceal some of my bags, as well as slightly highlight those points on my face. So once again, I'm just going in with the Beauty Blender and just blending it all out. Now taking my NYX Conceal, Correct and Contour palette in the lighter one, I am going to be taking the darker shade and contouring my nose with using a Real Techniques concealer brush. So now going in with a different beauty blender, makeup sponge, I am just going to go and draw lines using that dark shade again in the cheekbone, under my cheekbones, as well as doing dots on my forehead as well as under my jawline. So now that I have placed all my contour, I am taking my Real Techniques sponge once again and blending it out. So now I am taking my Chi Chi Real Minerals translucent powder and I am going to set my face baking first for about 20 minutes. And the places I am focusing this bake and translucent powder is mainly where I concealed and above my contouring. Now taking a spoolie, I am going to brush out my eyebrows and make sure they are all on fleek. So now taking my Ardell dark brown brow pomade, I am going to fill in my brows. I am starting by drawing out the lower line as well as a bit of the outer part, and then going in and trying to draw in the top. This is my first time using this product. Normally I would use my NYX, so this is a lot different. It's a lot different of a formula and it was really slippery on my face and I probably wouldn't recommend it. now I'm just going back in with the concealer and a flat top matte brush, and I am just tidying up the underside of my eyebrows. So now I'm just going in with my NYX eyeshadow base to prep my eyes, and this is the beige one, which is the skin tone coloured one. I am taking a cheap flat top concealer brush and just putting it all over my eyelids before going in with my ring finger and blending it all out. So I picked this part up from PacStar a while ago, and what he does is he takes translucent powder over top of his primer / eyeshadow base to create a flawless base so that the eyeshadow just goes on smoothly. So that is what I'm doing here. So now taking my NYX Avon Pop palette, and I'm not going to say it, but it's the one with the pinky tones. I am taking the lightest shade in the palette and brushing that again with my pink top fluffy brush, and brushing that all over my lids to add a colour to it. So now I'm taking this pinky shade above the shimmer shade, and I am mainly going to be brushing that into my crease and above my crease to create a transition shade. And for this, once again, I am just using that same pink fluffy brush. Now I am taking the brown shade in this palette, and I am going to be focusing that mainly into my crease and bringing it downwards using a MAC angled eyeshadow brush. And I am just blending this out once again with my pink fluffy brush, and excuse the brush in between my teeth, it's just a way I like holding them. So now going in with my MAC fluffy brush for powder, I am going to be taking off the excess powder that is sitting on top of my bag. Now going into my Morphe 35C palette, I am taking this orange shade, and I'm actually going to add that into the eyelid a bit to add a bit more of a colour to it. And as you can see again, I am actually using the same pink fluffy brush. It is one of my favourite brushes, and I got it for about $4 at Kmart. Now taking my MAC flat smudger brush, I am taking a white shadow from the Morphe 35C palette, and I am going to put that on the top of my eyelid and blend it out with my fluffy brush. And as you can see, I am building the colour as I go and not starting with a huge amount that I can't take away. So going back into my Morphe 35C palette, I am taking this magenta shade on a smoking brush for doing smoky eyes. I am going to be brushing this shade under my eye, and this is the colour that is being my pop of colour. I am sorry for those noises that were in the background just then. My dog was being a nuisance, and I do not want to retake that clip. I am also using a MAC eyeshadow brush, and I am just fluffing it out to make it smudged a bit more. Now for this look, I used two different eyeliners. I used the NYX Matte Liquid Liner as well as the Australia's Marker Liner. Starting off with the Australia's liner, I lined my eyelid the most of it, and I did the wing, and using the NYX I filled it out even more so that I just had a fuller eyeliner. So now I'm going to bronze up my face. I took my MAC angled contour brush as well as my Thin Lizzy 6-in-1 bronzer, and this is the light one, and I am just going lightly all over where I contoured. This is the lightest shade of the bronzer, and yeah. Now I'm going in with two different mascaras. I am using the extra long lash as well as the extra super lash from Rimmel, and I am going in first with the extra super lash and putting that on the both top and bottom, and then I'm going in with the other one. Now for highlighter, I am using the Jeffree Star Summer Chrome Collection Crystal Ball. It is very white, and I am using my contour brush from Real Techniques and my MAC Fix Plus, and this is the rose one, and I'm just spraying that and then putting it into the highlighter and brushing it on. Now from the Jeffree Star Chrome Collection, Summer Chrome Collection again, I am taking Butt Naked, which is a really nice peachy sort of tone, and I am going to use that for my lips today. Now to set this look, I am using the NYX Matte Finishing Spray and just spraying it all over my face and using my Vogue Australia magazine to fan it all out. So that was this week's video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, hit that thumbs up button. It helps me a lot. And don't forget to follow me on my social media down below, and I'll see you guys next week. Stay you and stay beautiful. Bye.